Uh, Janine Louise Gangloff. My sole female friend, and she's mercilessly reminding me of what a great fucking catch I am. This provides no consolation, largely because she's always careful to amend this claim with the following explanatory banality. Lars, you're a specialty item. A specialty item. Like a semi-exotic brand of coffee. Cafe Bustelo? Or Pilon? It's Cuban. Apparently I'm just not for everybody. And on a day like today, a day tumescent in its capacity to inspire self-loathing, I acknowledge that a product such as mine will sit unattended on the top shelf, peering below as hordes of eager, droning consumers swoop by and scoop up gas station boring fuck Maxwell House. Excuse me. You'll find somebody. She'll stammer. It's all gonna work out, Lars. I'm dubious. Not because I want to be, mind you, but rather because my radically empiricist worldview compels me to look at the data. And the data point conclusively to the fact that I'm basically repulsed and appalled by the majority of my species. I have no idea why she asked me to speak at her wedding. Salud. Let's face it, I'm didactic, unintentionally insulting, yoked to ostensibly absurd ideals, and I feel palpably superior to all that I meet. No, I'm not getting laid anytime soon. And it's a tragedy because Janine is right. To the discerning romantic consumer, I do possess qualities that could be categorized as attractive. I have a mordant wit, keen affection for French bulldogs, and I'm an attentive lover. Tender, light grazing with my tongue and ecstatic head massages are my MO during seduction. Nevertheless, I remain trapped in amber, lying in wait, wasted. I want out. I want out! I want out! That's what you Maxwell Housens don't realize! What you don't get about the Cafe Bustelity among you. It's not that we choose to be misanthropic and haughty. Misanthropy and haughtiness were thrust upon us. I'm just like any other being. I long for a redemptive other. I yearn for all the dippiness and the hysteria and all the dopamine-rich gooiness that romantic love compels. And yes, of course, it would be wonderful to believe that, one day my, optimally harmonious, cerebrally fecund, polyerotomorphic mate image just magically, boom, materialized before me, eager to receive my girth. But I'm 39 years old, and despite my best intentions, I am who I'm going to be. And who I'm going to be is alone. I've had relationships, yes, but I always end up cashiering them because the following prescient truth inevitably emerges. Familiarity breeds contempt. For the very instant that their morning breath elicits even the faintest of shudders, I acknowledge darkly that I've made a choice. It's so hard to make choices these days, which compels me to mourn all of the choices I did make, which in turn compels me to flee, to make haste, to run like the plague, ever doomed to repeat the same dismal cycle over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And anyways, anyone like Janine, who feeds someone like me a peppy stream of astrological bullshit, is doing me harm. Tell me the truth! God damn it, woman! Scald me in that witheringly ultimate, luminously Schopenhauerian truth. Scald us, for fuck's sake. So this is my invocation to you. You ready? When next you find yourself depressed that yet another of your fatter high school frenemies has committed matrimony and you haven't, hey there, sad clown. Don't try to cheer them up. Rather, douse them in the blackest fucking vitriol you can muster. You could try this bracing quip from our buddy Arthur. Life has no genuine intrinsic worth, but is kept in motion merely by wanton illusion. Or this one, by Baudelaire. Life is a hospital in which all the patients are obsessed with changing beds. This one wants to suffer by the radiator, and this one thinks, oh, he'd get better if he was by the window. Or finally, the ultimate dark epithet from Seneca. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. You see, pessimists and pessimism have a paradoxically calming effect, don't they? They let us know we're not alone. For when we're feeling pissy and bruised, when all we want to do is clench ourselves into a fetal ball and sob at the dearth of puckering genitalia in our life, what's really consoling is to remind ourselves that happiness, folks, was never actually part of the plan. We live in an optimistic age. We've been conditioned to believe that every human conundrum will eventually find a solution. We've been infected with completely unrealistic expectations, and expectations inspire bitterness. We think we can all be someone. We think we can all succeed. And most perniciously, we all cling to this delusion that someday we'll find our soulmate, when most of us don't and won't, ever. And usually it's our own damn fault. If you are lucky enough to find it, love, as Janine and Will ostensibly have, then I think it's cowardice not to accept it, not to dissolve into it. Urgently. Because love cannot be begged, contrived, or wheedled. It can only be given. Good fucking luck. But for the rest of us, the doomed, the bitter, the eternally disappointed, I leave you now with some consoling pessimism. It is bad today, and every day it will get worse. Until the worst of all happens,